Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bessie Minyori. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, still welcome. This is a channel where we talk about everything personal finance, personal development, budgeting, investing. If you want to learn how to be savvy with your money, this is a channel you need to be into. So subscribe, comment, share, do all the good things, and hit the notification button so you don't miss another episode. So on my last video, I talked about why mortgages are not may not be the best idea for middle income earners, and today we are just going to be diving deep into what it means to be house poor, why home ownership might not be the smartest financial decision, and other ways in which you can gain freedom, financial freedom, because that's the essence of this whole channel. So guys, stick around till the end, and I'll be talking also about another real estate investment option which doesn't tie you down to a mortgage and doesn't tie you down to debt. So guys, let's get right into it. So here is the truth about being house poor. What is the point of owning a house if it cripples your lifestyle? You might own a house, but every other single coin goes to maintenance, it goes to the mortgage, it goes to repairs, it goes to property tax and insurance. Sometimes you have to eat some noodles in front of the TV because you can't go out, because every other coin is going to your mortgage, is going to maintenance. Sometimes you might have to pull your kid out of school because your roof is leaking and that needs fixing. So there's all these things that come up with home ownership that people don't really factor in. And also your home payment should at least be, I think at most be 20% of your income. So if you and your partner make 100k a year, your home payment per year should not go beyond 25k. Otherwise, if you're doing that, man, you are going to become house poor, and your life's quality matters. Don't sacrifice everything just to maintain a house that is actually making you feel like this is a nightmare. So guys, I'm not against, by the way, home ownership. If you have the ability, please go for it. I'm just saying that it might not be the best option for like everyone. So mortgages also break all the sound investing strategies. Leverage, for example, you borrow 80% of more of the purchase price. That's a huge risk because like we said in the previous video, if your house is worth 300,000 and you put down a down payment of, let's say, 50,000, you only own 50k, you don't own the rest of the 250. It's the bank that owns it until you pay. So the other issue about home ownership being like the biggest percentage of your portfolio is illiquidity. If you need money fast, you can't sell a bathroom or a kitchen, you need to sell the whole house, and obviously it will take time before it goes. It doesn't just go as soon as you need it to go. So also a portfolio imbalance, because for most people their home is their entire investment, their home is their entire net worth, and that is bad, because as a smart investor you need to diversify, you need to learn how to balance your portfolio. You can't invest like a huge chunk of money and then you don't have anything like else in other asset classes. So the other issue is high upfront cost, because obviously you need to put down a 20% payment, and let's say your house is worth 300k, you need to put down maybe a payment of, I think, 50k. So that is money that you could have put in other asset classes, bonds, ETFs, a business, and it will help you grow. I know we are all wanting to own a house, we all want like to live our generations with a house, but also look at other cash generating assets. And also there are other phantom costs that no one talks about. Let's say the lawyer fees, moving costs, don't forget the guys hauling boxes, strata fees, there's taxes on land, oof, there's transfer fees. So guys, please make sure that you have all the information before making a decision, we talked about making informed decisions, and getting information allows you to make a sound decision. So I know most people struggle because we are like, I cannot rent my whole life. You know, renting, you're paying someone else's mortgage. At least when you pay a mortgage, at least by the end, your house will be yours, you know. Like that's the reasoning of most of us, and they find renting is weak. But renting might be smart. So stay with me as I elaborate why renting might be smart. So renting is not throwing away money, and the good thing about renting is predictable expenses. You don't have to worry about, I don't know, a random bill. I don't know, the roof is leaking. If it's leaking, it's not your responsibility to repair it, it's the landlord's responsibility. It's predictable payment. If your agreement is to pay 550 a week or 550 a month, that is what you'll be paying. But for mortgages, the higher the inflation goes, the higher your payment increases. I've seen people complain about that. So there's also flexibility to move to better opportunities, in that you can get a job anywhere and you can move because you are not tied down. There's no repair or maintenance cost. Like I said, if there's an issue, you call your agent or you call your manager. So there's no 12% selling fees when you leave. Obviously, with a house, when you're selling, the money really goes to a lot of people. There's lawyers, like we've said, there's the agent. If there's something that was wrong in the house, they might cut some money. So there's renovation. You're not being bombarded with all these costs. And also, when you're a tenant, when you're renting, you're protected by laws. Like the landlord cannot just wake up and throw you out. The landlord cannot just wake up and increase the rent. So guys, yeah, weigh your options. You don't have to, not everyone has to follow the same path of home ownership. Not everyone has to follow the same path of renting. So weigh your options and see. But what I'm just trying to say is that the stigma of renting should be outdated. Most people actually are renting because of the flexibility and the predictability. Another downside of mortgages that no one talks about is permanence. When you buy, you're tied down to a specific location, market, and job. And what happens when you get a job elsewhere, or you want to travel, or the neighborhood changes for the worse? Like, there could just be a lot. But I'm not discouraging from buying a home if it's like your really dream. I also would like to own a house, if I'm not lying. But just try to balance your portfolio, and then you can consider buying a house when you're like more financially stable, to avoid being house poor, to avoid your every coin going to the house. I know, and I can't refute that real estate is like one of the best ways to build wealth. So if you have the ability, I see people flipping houses. They have the ability to do that. Or you buy a house, you rent it out, the tenants are the ones maintaining. If you have the ability, you can do it. But if you only, like, you're a middle income earner, please, you can consider other ways of building wealth, like REITs, which are real estate investment trust. And these are companies that own malls, they own like schools, they own estates. And so when they get the rental income, they pay their investors dividends. Like, let's say I have invested in a REIT. The REIT owns like a mall, Stockland Mall, Maryland's Mall, or whatever. So the money they get from rental income from the mall, they will give the investors. So you invest in the REIT. The REIT owns the malls or the whatever. So that's a smart way of investing in real estate without being involved with buying land. You might buy land thinking that it will appreciate, and then it fails to appreciate, so you're stuck with a thing that is not generating cash. You don't have to do any repairs, you don't have any tenant drama. So rates is quite a good way of investing in real estate. And I will be diving deeper into real estate investment trust in my next video. So guys, stay tuned, and yeah, tell me your thoughts about what you think, if this video has changed maybe how you see renting and home ownership, or maybe it has just triggered your thoughts. You can tell me what you think. Are you team renting or team buying? I want to know what you think, but don't let anyone guilt trip you into getting into debt so that you can show that you have a house and then you risk your whole financial future. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Subscribe, comment, share. Bye.